Welcome, welcome. I'll be back in 1 second. Sorry about that.
Too soon. Still, I believe. Every fire gets to burn. Falling diamond counting lights instead. He said the world don't hurt its scroll. And I felt that in my bones. Trumpets moan through static rain.
Y'all hear me?
Blue drip swallow through day's chain. Rose hums mercy, thanks reply. The groove don't lie. The groove don't lie.
Alright. Down in good day, good day. Day by days, right?
But I still hear that truth. Somewhere deep between the noise, some remembers human voice. The future's attitude. The love still honors its
Thank you. Sure, not this. About your personal struggles, as well as your win. We really appreciate it. You are, once the love and light and energy in your family, you and your family and your brother. Mom, I'm raised two amazing men.
when tomorrow forget your name.
And you got a sense of change.
Don't be
I don't know
afraid
if
to sound the same. The rhythm fades, the flow is through.
so tonight we're going to be sharing a little bit of from the Empress tonight. I
We are
want
the
to share
ones who
try that out before I just went ahead and share the other screen here. I'll fix it there. Good night, good night. That's the chakra river. Coming out right now. Oh, hold on, here it is. Cut it off.
can't hear the whistle in this storm.
My screen up here real quick.
Love and light, love and light, family. Welcome to the call. Let's go ahead and open up our mics, family. Show some love to each other around the world, around the globe, around the earth.
Love and light, family. Love and light,
Peace and joy.
Love and light.
Yes.
Let me know if
Peace
y'all
and
can still
joy,
hear
love
me.
and light.
I'm on that
So
screen.
family, I want to welcome everybody out to
The
this
Empress on the
sensational
screen.
Sunday night where we come together to continue to explore and go through discovery with the 12 steps of personal sovereignty. I want to welcome everybody for taking time out again for yourselves. It's not about the world, it's about the earth and you coming in here discovering yourself. And I tell you what, the foundation that's going to allow you to go back into your sovereignty, to actually go back into your divinity is the 12 steps of personal sovereignty. So I want to welcome the class of 2026 to the platform. This is all about you all. And it's about the class 2025, 24, 23, and 22. We're on a long streak of success, family. And I want to thank you all for showing up tonight as we continue on to the journey. For those who are not aware, we still have the enrollment opening up, still opening until the end of November. So we're giving people time to get on board. So again, welcome out to the 12 Steps Personal Sovereignty. So before we get started, as we always do, family, it's very important that we set the protocol. We set the tone for the night. And we always want to go through our rules of engagement and how we set the tone on our platform. It's very, very important that we show professionalism in everything we're doing, operate out of love, and just share with everybody how we flow within the nation. So with that said, I want to go ahead and share my screen. I want to pass the mic over to my dear, lovely sister. Let me share my screen here. All right. So family, what I want to do first, I want to pass the mic over to my dear sister, known as Violet Hall, is going to share with us the rules of engagement and how we conduct ourselves on the platform. So with that said, Sister Violet Hawk, the mic is yours.
Ashe. Much gratitude, Brother Bamboo. Welcome in, everyone. Giving divine reverence to our dear Empress Isis, to our Emperor Osiris, to our Umi Majestic Peacock, our fellow clan mothers, and to our Chief Black Fox, Chiefs of the Tribe, fellow 2025 Steppers, and to the 2026 Steppers. To you two, welcome in. Here are our rules of engagement. Enter with an attitude of love. Come in with the high vibe of the frequency of love, the highest frequency. And let's join together and have a great evening this evening. Let your heart lead. We gather in peace, respect, and kinship. Have your cameras on and faces in view of the camera at all times. If you are unable to turn your camera on or have your face in view of the camera, please let the moderators know in the chat so that they won't put you in the waiting area. If you're put in the waiting area twice in each session, then you will be removed from the session and we have to rejoin in using a different email address and or device. So have your cameras on and faces in view of the camera at all times. And if you're unable, let the moderators know in the chat. Let your presence be felt. We honor each face as a part of the sacred circle. Have your names visible at all times. Once you join in the Zoom meeting, you are prompted to rename your device. If you're unable to rename your device or don't know how, just let the moderators know and they can help you, and we can help you, assist you in renaming your device. Claim your space. Your name carries your story, so let it be known. Keep your mics muted at all times. Once you join in, just check, make sure your mic is on mute. Check periodically, making sure your mic is on mute. And that keeps the flow of things going and allow the speaker, whoever's speaking, namely Big Mama, keeps them in their train of thought. It messes up their train of thought if you unmute your mic and we can hear your television in the background, or you're speaking on the phone, or people talking in the background, it interrupts things. So have your mics muted at all times. Honor the speaker. Silence is a gift that allows voices to be heard. Keep your questions and or comments at a maximum of 2 minutes. Speak with intention. Time is sacred. Share wisely and listen deeply. So let's uphold our nation. Ashe, and I yield it back to you, Brother Bamboo.
Thank you, my dear sister Violet Hall, for breaking down the rules of engagement. And thank you, family, for adhering to this, because it's very important that we have proper protocol as we continue to build our nation into the empire that it is. So thanks again, my dear sister Violet Hall. Next, we're going to go on over to the weekly events, where my phenomenal dear sister Christina will share with us all of the weekly events that we have within the nation, which is the #1 station on the earth. Over to you, Sister Christina. The mic is yours.
Gratitude, Brother Bended Bamboo, love and light, family, blissful reappearances to all the family in the building. Welcome, YouTube, guests, children. Make sure we're bringing the children on in, because this is definitely something we can have a part of their weekly routine. So we're tuning into the Shalagi Cherokee Nation Stations event. Family, on Mondays, we have our Metaphysical Bible Study, which is hosted by Empress herself, running from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and co-hosted by our dear Violet Hawk and Brother Patal. We have the last 30 minutes of each session that we run our guided meditation. So if this is something that you want to join into, you can go ahead and tune on in at 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you weren't filled with your Metaphysical Bible Study, family, guess what? We have Cooking with Big Mom coming up this Monday with our in-house chef, Sister Naila, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you want to make sure you rattle those pots and pans and write down those beautiful hand delivered recipes that she will be giving to you on Cooking with Big Mama. Tuesdays, family, we have our health and wellness seminar, which is free for everyone to join, as well as our Metaphysical Bible Study, which again runs from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And wellness webinar, we are speaking about the metaphysics of water, family, and that runs at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hosted by our sister Violet Hawk and co-hosted by Empress Ottawa with her spiritual insights, and our sister Empress Thunder Philly with her yoga matters. So if this is something that you want to tune into, make sure that you're staying up to date and checking the websites and your emails. Subscribe to the website so that you can stay up to date on what's happening in the nation. On Wednesdays, family, we have our check-in with Empress at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you bring the children again, family, because this is for the 12 steppers of the class of 2026. We'll be going over our 12 traditions on Wednesdays, as well as a review of one of these steps from the 12 steps of personal sovereignty. So you want to make sure that you're coming in and get your mind and your soul fed. On Thursdays, we have our Family Money Matters, as well as our Metaphysical Bible Study, which runs from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our Family Money Matters runs from 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and our dear brother Bending Bamboo was hosting himself, alongside with Empress, and she will definitely be going further in, family. This is the keynote event that I recommend to everyone besides the 12 Steps of Personal Sovereignty, and again, that runs at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Fridays, family, we just kicked off with our Brother to Brother, which was on the second and fourth Fridays, hosted by our dear Emperor Osiris himself. This is exclusive to men only. It starts at 7 p.m. So you want to make sure that women, we have our own platform that we can go into. So we want to make sure that we keep the sacred brotherhood safe for them to just let their hair out and just hash it out with each other and problem solve if there is a problem. On the alternate Fridays, which is the first and third Fridays, we have our Enlightenment of Love for couples, but that's okay if you're not a couple, family, because you can just come on in. Singles are welcome. Everybody is welcome to join on the big couch with Isis and Osiris, because who else can you get the love frequency from? No better example than Isis and Osiris themselves. That runs at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, family. We're rolling on in on Saturdays. We have our Wisdom from the front porch. Our Mother Majestic Peacock is always in the building, family, at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are definitely rolling out some fantastic programs available to not only to the elders and the children, but to everyone alike. The information that we do set out on 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with our grandmother matriarch, Mother Majestic Peacock, is definitely one you want to take your notepads and you want to scribble down as much as you can and invite as much as your seasoned veterans, non-veterans, however you want to call it, because I will not call them old. That is disrespectful. You want to make sure that you're telling all of the elders to come in and join our wisdom from the front porch, because you're going to get some gems that you never probably ever heard of. Okay, family. So on Sundays, which is tonight, we have our 12 Steps to Personal Sovereignty, and that is hosted by our dear Empress herself at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And family, we're going to be doing something a little bit special tonight, so you want to make sure that you tune in for our events. Let me go ahead and clear that out. You want to make sure that you're tuning in. We have our after party at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is hosted by Sister Adrona, aka Lady G, myself, and Violet Hawk herself. And this is where we're going on to sway in the palm trees with the Bring It On Back Jams podcast. Family, you want to make sure that in again to the website available to you on the screen. We will be putting it in the chat periodically. Make sure you scan those QR codes and go onto the events page and just browse around the website itself. We have resources pages available. We have our own library. If you missed the grand reveal of her story, family, let me tell you something. It's available for you on YouTube as well as the website under the grand reveal tab. The entire series of Mama's 7-day campaign plus some bonuses are definitely available to you on the website. So you want to make sure that you're utilizing all the tools available to you, family. Love and light and blissful reappearances again. Stay tuned, family. This is definitely a night to kick off and remember. Love and light.
Love and light and love and light. Thank you, Sister Christina, for sharing with us the phenomenal events that take place within the nation, the number one station in the nation. And I tell you what, family, there's something for everybody throughout the week. Take a look at the website, like Sister Christina said, and figure out, what works within, your household and your own personal development. There's something for everybody. And I do want to just do a quick shout out, like she said. We do have on Friday, every other Friday with Osiris, where we have brother to brother. And I tell you what, Sister Christina said, we have an opportunity to let our hair down. And if y'all can see me, we do such a great job. All my hair is gone. We have a hoot when we're on there, and it gives us an opportunity as men to come together and just share and love on each other and have a safe space where we can just talk about things that we normally won't do. So thank you all for listening to the information. Please visit the website. It's a phenomenal website that our media team put together where all information is there. It's in real time, up to date, and it's such a phenomenal resource for everybody. So again, Sister Christina, thank you so much for sharing the weekly events. So next, fam, we're going to change gears. I want to go ahead and pass the mic over to my dear big brother, known as Patah, the smooth guy with the fedora on tonight, that's going to be sharing with us the reading from the language of letting go. And for those who don't not aware of that, hopefully you can see it. It's the language of letting go. It's a purple book by Melly Beatty, and you can find this on Amazon or any other periodical location you can find this book. And Sister Monica is holding up the yellow version as well. So with that said, I pass the mic up to my dear big brother Patah, who's going to be reading from tonight. The mic is yours, brother.
Ashe, ashe, ashe. Greetings, everyone. Ashe, ashe. Hey, y'all, I'm glad you all attending here. I'm glad you're showing up for yourself. And what I like to do tonight is just speak to y'all, to your spirit, individually. And today, October 26th, from the language of letting go, we're going to speak on clarity. And it goes a little something like this. Don't you know better than not to trust God? But sometimes you forget that. When you are in the midst of an experience, it's easy to forget that there's a plan. sometimes all you can see is today. If you were to watch only 2 minutes of the middle of a television program, it would make little sense. It would be a disconnected event. If you were to watch a weaver sewing a tapestry for only a few moments and focus on only a small piece of the work, it would not look beautiful. It would look like a few peculiar threads randomly placed. You can learn to have, excuse me. So the question is, how often do you use that same limited perspective to look at your life, especially when you're going through a difficult time? You can learn to have perspective when you are going through those confusing, difficult learning times. When you are being pelleted by events that make you feel, think, and question, you are in the midst of learning something important. You can trust that some things valuable is being worked out in you. Even when things are difficult, even when you cannot get your own bearings, insight and clarity do not come until you have mastered your lesson. Faith is like a muscle. It must be exercised to grow strong. Repeated experiences of having to trust what you can't see and repeated experiences of learning to trust that things will work out is what makes our faith muscle grow strong. So today I ask you, will you trust that event in your life? Will you trust that the events in your life are not random? That your experiences are not a mistake? That the universe, your higher power, and life are not picking on you? You see, I know that going through what you have to realize that you know that going through what you need to go through to learn something valuable, something that will prepare you for the joy and the love that you are seeking. And with that, I say Ashe, 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 and Ashe. Love and light.
Ashe, thank you.
Ashe, love and light.
Love and light. And gratitude.
Ashe.
Yes.
Good.
Love and light.
Gratitude.
Love and light. And
Ashe.
Razak.
Love and light. Wadudu.
Love and light. Love and light.
Thank you, Brother
Wadudu.
Fatah, for sharing from the reading of The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beatty. For those who don't have this book, please go ahead and purchase this book. This is something we read from on a daily basis. However, we also read twice a week within the nation on Sundays and also on Wednesdays to stay inspired and have the meditations in front of us. So again, feel free to pick up this book, and it could be something instrumental in your daily readings every single time. So thank you again, Brother Patah. So now we're going to go and shift gears, and I'm going to go back to my share. And next up is going to be my dear sister, my big sister, known as New Gwen, who's going to be sharing with us the Serenity Prayer, the original version, and the remix by our dear big sister, Lady Dancing Sun. So, Sister Gwen, the mic is yours. New Gwen, call her New Gwen. All right. So New Gwen may be in the car and she may be busy. So I'm going to step in. I'm going to read the Serenity Prayer, the original version, and it goes as follows. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And the remix goes as follows. I am the serenity, accepting the unchangeable. I am the courage, changing the changeable. And I am the wisdom, knowing the difference. And that remix has been brought to us by our dear big sister, known as Lady Dancing Sign. And we honor her, and we appreciate her. And the thing I love about this remix is that she made the emphasis on the I am, because as we through our 12-step journey and reclaim our divinity and our true God seat, we recognize the I am in ourselves. So thanks again, Lady Dancing, for coming up with the remix version of the Serenity Meditation. Next, we're going to move on to the gifts of love. And I want to pass the mic over to my dear sister, Monica, who I call the Rock of Legacy. And with that said, Sister Monica, would you share with us the information for gifts of love? The mic.
Thank you, Brother Benny Bamboo. And gifts of love. Give from the heart. Your support sustains the nation. We have Cash App available. That is $ Cherokee Foundation 11. We have Venmo. That's at ampersand Empress 111111. You may visit the website to do any PayPal donations. And you may send money order via Shilagi Cherokee Nation State at the 4009 Corning Place, Suite E2-388. That is in Charlotte, North Carolina, 28216. We are still accepting donations on behalf of Brother Bobby Hemmett. And those donations go to Zelle number 2022563-686. That is 2022563-686. And you may also reach us with any questions or concerns at our main phone number. That is 888-487-5559. And with that, I'll send it back to you, Brother Bamboo.
Thank you, my dear sister, for breaking down the information on how we can give gifts of love to the nation. And family, what I do want to share with everybody is that as we go into the next month with the class of 2026, like we did with the class of 2025, anyone who donates and gets a gift of love of $30 or more per month, we take those individuals' names, we put them onto what's called the Wheel of Fortune. And as those names are added to that list, the following Sunday after the end of the previous month, we put the names onto the wheel, and based upon the total donations of gifts of love that come into the nation, our dear Empress has a program where we give back 10% of the love donations back to someone selected on the wheel. So for instance, say we have a donation for the month, a gift of love totaling $10,000. 10% is going to be $1,000. And those individuals who did $30 or more for that particular month go on the wheel, and what we do, we click the button. We allow the universe to randomly pick that individual to become the winner of the recirculation of the energy of the currency back into someone within the family who is given a gift of love. And the beautiful thing about it, on that particular day, our dear Empress will send that person back those resources in real time while we're on the Zoom and live. And we send it to that individual, and she asks them, have you received it? So she's not just talking about it, she's showing in real time how we learn to recirculate energy back into the family. And our whole goal is, from a medical physical standpoint, is that we're going to create that recirculation within each family 7 times, because the spiritual basis behind that. And we start within our families, and we start inside the nation as well. So we want to thank everyone who continues to donate, not just financially, but also your love vibrations, the way you actually help to volunteer, to help support the ministry when it comes to the nation, and just having a great spirit of love across the world within the nation as we transition it back into the earth. So thanks again, Sister Monica, for sharing the gifts of love. And again, as we go through tonight, we'll put more information into the chats. So if you have more questions, you can see the information about how you can sign up to be a part of class of 2026, and also to get some all information will be in the chats, repeatedly for your viewing pleasure as well. So I'm going to stop my share. I want to thank everyone for your patience as we go through our formal announcements as we always do. And as we continue to move forward tonight in the 12 steps of personal sovereignty, I want to make sure before I do the next introduction, let me scan really quick here. All right. So family, what everyone's been waiting on tonight is, as we continue to evolve within the nation, I want to bring forth our Royal Highness herself, our Empress. Okay, I see it. All right, I just want to make sure I see it. So when I bring forward my big mama, and we call also our Empress to the forefront, who's also beside her is our Emperor, Osiris. So with that said, fam, for those who are not aware who this young lady is and where she stands at, and she's sitting in her sacerdotal seat, I want to introduce to some and present to others, none other than her Royal Highness herself, our Empress, Rare Bird, to the mic. Mama, the mic is yours. Peace and love. Family, going up your mics and share some love. Go ahead, let's bring our dear.
Love life, big mama.
Big mama. Oh, there goes Sister Promoto.
Love and light. Osiris. Love and light.
Love and light, Empress.
Peace and love, Empress.
Love and light, Emperor.
Give me a second here. I'm multitasking for a minute. Are we live on YouTube?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, I'm live over here on TikTok. So I trust that you're not getting any backlash from me speaking, because it's very important tonight to honor what is going on. And I'm gonna turn that off shortly once the Lady Dancing Sun comes. But tonight I will be speaking after the reading of the state of Nahuda. I'm addressing the sovereign nation states tonight. I'm not doing corporate. I'm not doing anything but sovereignty, nation states. And so that means that we're addressing all the women that are empresses and princesses to join us in the treaty that's going to be read for affirmation. The same treaty that was read in Delaware will be read by the same lovely. And I'm going to stop just right there at the tip of my tongue, so that I'm going to turn it back over to my son, Benny Babu, so that he can do the honors of introducing and presenting to others.
Thank you, my dear Empress. So family, as I dear Empress to share with you all, it's my pleasure and my honor on behalf of Her Imperial Highness, Empress Rare Bird Negret, I welcome to the platform for tonight, as always, a cornerstone of the nation, none other than my big sister, Lady Dancing Sun, who's here to reaffirm the reading of the National Nahuti Treaty that was originally stated and read in Delaware. So with that said, I show love and respect to my dear big sister, none other than Lady Dancing Sun. The mic is yours.
Ashe, giving honor to the divinity that is within me and the divinity that is all of you. Ashe, I'm so honored to be here with you and pulling in my enthusiasm and joy so that I can emanate from my heart that which I have been divinely ordained and assigned and given the opportunity and privilege to do with you tonight. As I begin, I would just want to make sure that the treaty is going to be on screen.
It is.
Ashe. Ashe. I'm honored, family, to be the voice of the manifest presence of the Spirit of God that speaks into your hearing tonight, the vibration that moves upon the face of the deeps, of the water, of our consciousness, to let there be light. It's from the desk of Her Majesty, Empress Chakra Rare Bird Ningrat, the Imperial Royal Court, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, and the International Criminal Court, ICC, bringing forth into your hearing the Omniversal Court as for the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State, concorded by the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State and Declaration and Treaty for Dispensation for the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State. Scroll, please.
Tell me where to stop.
You're good. In the name for permanent zero, the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State, in and for the acceleration of our spirit, Axkan, Nikan, Tehuan, Topan, Talato, Kyoto. Today here, together as one, for us, we govern. Preamble. The multiversal maxim for sovereign law and remedy as it relates to the sacred, autochthonous, sentient beings with light is our primary purpose. Present charter and declaration and treaty convention between Imperial Royal Courts for their regal retinue wherever they sojourn, the sovereign Empress, chiefs, creators, clan mothers, queens and their prerogative, the sacred imperial royal territories for each standing national sovereign. Scroll, please. Stop. Thank you. And the consummation, redemption, and forgiveness for the crimes of the humanly crowns and their holy see. The Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State pledges this treaty in peace and accords through spiritual convention. Can you scroll back, please?
Okay, I'm looking for where you are. Okay, I see where you are.
Okay. The Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State pledges this treaty in peace and accords through spiritual convention with heavenly estates for the unison sovereign states, Agartha, USSA. Declaration. The Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State is above and beyond national sovereignty. We, the divine, immortal spirit, and by our solemn power for spiritual charge, hereby pledge our starseed lineage for all things past, present, and future. We invoke the highest sacred manner while giving authenticity and acknowledgement through the following supreme liberties and titles for claim. Omniversal Concordat.
Can I pause you for a minute? This lady's on the moderators are trying to get this lady off of my TikTok. So you guys give me a second and please excuse me for 1 second. Miss Ladybug, can you drop off of my TikTok, please? And you two, the one that's looking like the kitty cat, can you drop off of my, who's the moderators over here on TikTok? Can you dismiss them off of my screen, please?
You would have to do it, Mom. I'm over there, and I can't.
How do I do that?
Is there an X beside their picture somewhere?
No, it's not. Give me a second. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the live TikTok to remove her. And then I need everybody to give us a second and let them come back on to the platform. This is the only way that I see that I can do it. I don't know no other way.
Or
All right.
Mama, click on their name, click on the person, and it should say drop, like cancel them out. It should
I
tell
got
you.
Okay, so let me find her name then. No, it's right here.
On her picture.
On her picture. Okay, now I clicked on her picture, but I don't see an X. This lady. I see her. I gotta see her name. I'm looking for her name. Lady B.
Click on her picture, Mama, and then it should be like at the bottom. It should be like, it should say like drop or disconnect.
Right, but there's nothing on her picture where I can do that.
Yeah, I can find it.
That's Lady Turtle Dove. My apologies. Okay, I'm going to end it. Okay, you guys can come back in as moderators now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Lady Dancing Sun, if you don't mind, for the spirit of what we're doing here, if you could start over.
Ashe.
And so that we can get the fullness of what is being read here, because it's a spiritual thing that is going on here, y'all. And I don't want no one to miss out on this treaty that I'm having with the people of the nations. And therefore, I would want everybody to get the benefit of what is being read here tonight, because it's peacetime now. And I'm not, like this lady just done, I'm not gonna let her rattle my feathers, because it's not necessary. Because I'm at perfect peace, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it right tonight. How about that, y'all? Y'all unmute your mics and please.
I say, I say, I say, I say.
Love and light.
I say, we don't need no negativity.
I say, we
Yeah,
all in
yeah, why do
agreement.
I
that?
say, I say.
Peace and love. We all in agreement, mama. Yeah.
What you do, I what
Anything
you
else,
do,
please.
I what do the.
Yeah, well, I do that.
why
She
do
won't
this?
rattle you. Don't let
But
her.
love.
I say,
Thank you. Thank you so much for your patience. And Lady Davidson, you have my undivided attention now that I can focus on your reading and follow you accordingly.
I say, recalibrating with all honor for the divinity within myself and within you all, divine, sacred feminine, recalibrating with the vibration of love, joy, peace, recalibrating the vibration of one. As you hear, I'm encouraging that you envision all parts of your being coming together as one. And you see yourself in the very words, the omniversal concordat, as for the holy sovereign Nahuatl state. You see you in agreement, soul, body, and spirit, operating as one divine sacred being at your highest state of consciousness. And so with your seeing, from the desk of Her Majesty, Empress Chakra Rarebird Nangrit, the Imperial Royal Court, the International Court of Justice, and the International Criminal Court, ICJ and ICC. We bring forth the omniversal concordat as for the holy sovereign Nahuatl state. This concordat by the holy sovereign Nahuatl state and declaration and treaty for dispensation for the holy sovereign Nahuatl state in the name for permanent zero. The holy sovereign Nahuatl state in and for the acceleration for our spirit. Axcan, Nikan, Tehuan, Topan, Telato, Kyoto. Today here, together as one, for us we govern. Preamble. The multiversal maxim for sovereign law and remedy as it relates to the sacred autochthonous sentient beings with light is our primary purpose. Present charter and declaration and treaty convention between imperial royal courts for their regal retinue wherever they sojourn, the sovereign empress, chiefs, creators, clan mothers, queens, and their prerogative, the sacred imperial royal territories for each standing national sovereign, and the consummation, redemption, and forgiveness for the crimes of the humanly crowns and their holy see. The Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State pledges this treaty in peace and accords through spiritual convention with heavenly estates for the Unison Sovereign States Agartha, USSA. Declaration. The Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State is above and beyond national sovereignty. We, the divine immortal spirit, and by our solemn power for spiritual charge, hereby pledge our starseed lineage for all things past, present, and future. We invoke the highest sacred manna while giving authenticity and acknowledgement through the following supreme liberties and titles for claim. Omniversal Concordat as charter and declaration for the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State. A, we wholly claim and reclaim our manifest physical body, which for eons has been presumed dead. And through this fact, we hereby give rise to new life by breathing in consciousness. We, as the divine immortal spirit in unison, reclaim our original heritage for this planetary realm and manifest our royal starseeds. B, we also claim and reclaim the highest liberties and title as holders and stewards over virtual and material structures at quantic and macrocosmic levels, included but not limited to particles, strings, and all organic and inorganic matter, which has been specified according to consistent data captured via intergalactic communications with higher life forms that have seeded this planetary realm since its inception. C, we claim and reclaim our willpower and fortitude as overseers for all things and all lands originally granted to us by the Creator. We have returned with immense force and dignity. We state our existence everlasting and ever pervasive against all humanly destructive laws. D, we have risen through our sun and holy galactic center to claim and reclaim what is rightfully ours as creators and yours, so as to establish the heavens and beyond on this planet Gaia. We live and will continue to return until all evil is banished and all is one on this planet Gaia. We will instill divine consciousness in this realm with the assistance from Metatron, the heavenly co-creators, and biological engineers, with help from the archangelic, angelic, and demonly orders. All revisions of life within the divine will continue, and we will prevail.
Ashe.
As true stewards for the divine and guardians to celestial estates, we honor and sacred agreement by variation. We jointly come together with the authorities at Shambhala through the following manifested energy. 1, all structures and manifests for air, land, and water mass, which hosted our live womb men and live men, including but not limited to the contiguous coasts, which by safe harbor and sinking funds, we have claimed and reclaimed through true liens, negative attachments for past restitutions in consideration for true value and worth. We hereby state acceptance for these lands through proper proto-notarial process and negate any previous humanly granted benefits or privileges. 2, we claim and reclaim the right to all land masses above and below sea level, whether in the past or upcoming from the future, that contain a direct connection to our sacred royal starseed, including all hollow tunnel systems, whether acknowledged or not by the current world systems for survey and register, all caverns, sinkholes, and other access points that are remnants for our original ancestry as they traversed this world via subterranean and hollow earthly realms and cities, as well as all unclaimed and negated subterranean cities and dwellings, which is evidence for our heritage. 3, the property for all spirits with souls previously decreed lost at sea via Sedeke Trust, 1666, by fictitious, clandestine religious, usurping serpentine cabals and cannibals for exobiological and intraplanetary origins, are now claimed and reclaimed. The details will be specified within our positive law, natural law, and its intergalactic law with posterior concordance and holy writs. Addendums. 4, it also includes exobiological life forms and their ancient civilizations and archaeological remnants and vestiges that have left a mark on this planet, and it is in a constant, dynamic, and unfolding process as the holy sovereign Nahuatl state. 5, we do rebut the following. A, all invasions for our sacred lands and historical archaeological structures. B, we negate the existence for destructive forces reflected as unfit human usurpation done through the pretext for previous claims by humanly crowns and fictitiously created religious doctrines for conquest. C, we wholly reject the human accords on static mediums for communications, reflected as fictitious and finite bodies for constitutions that have falsely imprisoned our carnal vessels as servants to the dark forces and serpentine cabals. This declaration is for intrinsic nature. The nature for this declaration is organic, live, and breathing. Exobiological life forms expressed in trust as Ak Hu Manus. The charter and law form is located in equity. Purpose statement. The purpose for this Starseed Compact is to release human energy that has been preempted by obscure codifications derived from earlier civilizations that have been secretly captured on paper by usurping cabals and other entities. We are here to break all bonds that have been hidden from the true shareholders, stakeholders for the planet Earth known as Gaia. The planetary, solar, and galactic hierarchies are the ageless logos from timeless guardians from various life forms throughout and within this planet Gaia. Charter and Declaration for the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State. The virtue for the original omniversal concordat expressed as a charter and declaration for the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State. The original starseed has dignity and is hosted by the Port City for Shambhala. As we hereby decree the permanent zero, projection for sacred spiritual self-governance. It enjoins the accords that establish the settlements for recognized intergalactic nationals. This concordat, expressed as a charter and declaration for spiritual statehood, hereby establishes a new template and format for succeeding micro-spiritual groups through sacred conventions and peaceful treaty, which is the established law for nations in alignment with natural, common law, and international law, etc. We, the intergalactic nationals, are manifest in the flesh to express and enforce the treaty. The intergalactic and nationals are acknowledged within two groups, quanta states and nanostates. Our chartered principles. 1, the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State is willfully manifested by treaty with accurate variation agreements created through the Supreme Creator for all things, the permanent zero. It is also known as cytobaric quantinomium CBQN for peace and holds its account science for consistent reason. The CBQN's Convergence Center is dedicated to right action, which predicates the duty as charged that all walks for life owe to one another. They're just guardians for the self-evident principles. Each are equally endowed as unalienable and inalienable liberties and entitlements. 2, our charter and declaration is an actual extension for the organic substance that confirms our sovereignty as live woman and men, life's energy. Our commonality is that both this charter and declaration establish the fundamental intergalactic laws and law of nations for the land, sea, air, and ethers. 3, an enactment to entrust a government for the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State that gives it the power to organize co-ops whose purpose is to run the day-to-day affairs for the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State, a spiritual seat for governance. The proper name for these co-ops is the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State. 4, we have expressed this charter and declaration as a treaty for these co-ops. Within the said Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State, our Continental Congressional Assembly has the power to create, dissolve, modify, repeal, amend, and aggregate all corporations and its entities and agents by divine law for etherical, spiritual, agricultural, charitable, enlightenment, industrial, or commercial purposes, and to define their powers and liabilities. This is provided that the powers for co-ops so created shall be limited to the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State. 5. Our charter and declaration, expressed as a treaty, should not be construed as a constitution. A charter is a grant made by her, the sovereign, for the people, promising them safety and security to enjoy fundamental liberties for freedom, self-expression, creative living, and intrinsic dignity. Our charter should not be confused with a national constitution. A constitution has many hidden meanings, such as, but not limited to, he or they which pass their debts to another third party. It is also the surety for the payment for debt to a hidden creditor. Additionally, it represents the indebtedness for a society and outlines its methods as to how they will pay that debt. For this reason, it is our will not to invoke any constitutions.
Ashe.
Ashe. The sovereign structure, the coordinating organization. The sovereign body is organized into various main branches for functioning. It is organic and arises as the fifth dimension. Intersecting bodies for operation. Negotiating council. The 7 seats for the negotiating council are elected through the High Council for the Imperial Royal Courts at Shambhala. Our Executive and Intergalactic Congress will choose its delegates to fill the rotated positions by mutual accords for their accepted intergalactic nationals with the terms of 6 years. A. The Imperial Royal Courts for the Intergalactic Affairs. This is the external affairs sector for our sovereign powers and holds the operations and functionaries for external, foreign delegates, consuls, and enlightenment ambassadors in fact. 1. Secretariat for State Interface. This equals the internal state affairs and serves as a bridge for its galactic nationals and the external foreign nationals from all dimensions. A. The electoral operators. The pro-electory process replaces the electory and or electoral college with electoral operators and the Imperial Royal Courts for Interdimensional Affairs, which includes, but not limited to, Chancery, Criminal, Military Tribunal, Corrections and Errors and Arbitration, operating under the Holy Sovereign Nahuatl State. All operators are to be filled by the prolectory process for elections. 2. Secretariat for Equilibrium. This subsection contains the operations for arbitration and remedy. A. Proleg Spiritual Reconciliation. Principal operators is for the Auditor Supreme Consul. 3. Intergalactic Royal Imperial Courts for the Sacred Curia. It is the de jure judiciary stabilizer. Its primary operator is the chief arbitrator. 4. Manifested Arts and Beauty. A. Operator, the Pro Sept Ore for Arts and Beauty. This temple serves as the expression for divine arts and beauty as the repository. Its origins from divine organization comes from the permanent zero. B, operator. The tri-seminate for projected arts. This space is the projectorate for physical beatitude. 5, exo transport and interstellar travel. These are the ports for aeronautical and multidimensional entry and exit, which includes a passport and immigration sector. The element for air is predominant. Its subsectors include an aerial time remedy and the aerial post operator. A. Its operations include, but not limited to, travel, record keeping, and emission for passports. 6, director at will. This operator is the receiver to the temple for the stellar seed co-mandate at the 5th dimension. Its power is derived from direct communication with starseed lineages that are expressed through natural powers for metatronic influence in movement. A. Its primary operator is that for chief administrator. 7. A symbol writs for power. This operator contains the holy power for the art for capture as a writ through direct broadcast from the director at will. Its function is to make plausible scripts and manageable tasks for dissemination into a spiritual force through the spoken word unto a manifested writ, while maintaining the exuberance for life through the highest, most sacred style. A. Its principal operator is the proto-scrivener, de jure notario. 8. Portal for manifesting. This is the human bank, and the executive operator for coining and mint. It derives its powers through the executive operator for energy and exchange. The purpose for this office is to carry out the tangible medium for exchange, either by its intrinsic value through life's infinite cycle, or electronically by modern means for agriculture, science, and magic. A. Its primary operator is for the inspector consul under surety and finance. 9. Safety operator for security. The Supranational Standards Organization, SNSO, is responsible for natural and common law enforcement, life, and national protection. It is the will for the stellar seed and co-mandate with mutual accords to be drafted, which serve to protect and guard the intergalactic nationals for the state and cross multinational borders, respecting planetary conventions. It derives its power through the function with science and technology via external stellar and exogalactic integration. 10. Registrar operator. This operator is charged with the sacred title for recording life events and actions that invoke peace and growth. The lodgements for sacred writs and recordings for a positive nature that pertains to acquisition for a writ over any and all land, Pangea, Gaia, and its elements. A. The main functionary duty is recording all titles and claims. 11. Collage for omniversal formation. A. Starseed Omniversity is the main location for higher enlightenment. It contains 3 operators for triseminate functions. 1. The Dean for Intergalactic National Internal Affairs. 2. The Chancellor for Formation. 3. The Provost Overseer. 12. Executor for Energy and Exchange. The purpose for this section is to implement the technologies and research for recycling human energy into a conscious and a responsible spiritual manner for the free return and interchange back to its source, which can be deposited into the Human Bank and distributed in favor for all.
Ashe.
13, operator for science and technology research and development. This inner society is charged with the development and dissemination for future and ancient technologies and bringing them forward for the benefit and usage for all. A, externalization for stellar and exogalactic integration. 14, operator for Starseed Superhealth. Operator for Superhealth initiatives is charged with creating the most advanced forms for healing and management for the human goals and maxims for all. It carries the function for healing and research for achieving advanced health states for consciousness and being. Ashe. The purpose for the 4 elements. Description. Each for the 4 elements, fire, earth, air, and water, serve as a directory, repository for spiritual essence that deposits to each operator a flavor through spiritual substance and a natural uniqueness that complements every operator. Furthermore, every element contains a point for entry, port, and a port. And a point for exit, port. 1, water. The element for water is concerned with commerce and communications through adopted standards. These operators are concerned with the capture and disbursement for commercial energy through right interchange and coding. Its entry point is controlled by air and travel through the movement for notes and letters for full faith and credit.
Ashe.
2, earth. The element for earth defines structure and substance in relation to what the previous world has relegated as property, land, and vessels. It also contains the essence for popular notification through correct registration techniques. It serves as a receiving and repositing for records through justified authentication for its royal mandates. Within, it holds the great recorder and registrar for allodial titles, land patents, writs, and live title records. Earth has as an exit point, or rather, a point for confluence with the next element, which is air or airports. 3, the element for air has the duty for overseeing the actions and standards with regard to the interchange for energy through subtle means such as the call for aerial travel and ports for entry, exit at all accorded bays, whether planetary or stellar. Security and safety can be seen before boarding planes and navigating vessels at venues for all travel types. 4, fire. The element for fire is reflected as safety and security. Its entry point is reflected as arms to safety and security through its armada for protection via ground troops for guardians. Ashe. Whew. From Ayin Sof, Ayin Sof Hour, Operator, Holder. Negotiating Console for 7 seats. The Imperial Royal Courts for the Intergalactic Affairs. Secretariat for State Interface. Secretariat for Equilibrium, Intergalactic Imperial Royal Courts for the Sacred Curia, Manifested Arts and Beauty, Exo Transport and Interstellar Travel, Director at Will, Assemble Writs for Power, Portal for Manifesting, Safety Operator for Security, Registrar Operator, Collage for Omniversal Formation, Executor for Energy and Exchange, Operator for Science and Technology Research and Development, Operator for Starseed Supra. And with that, I yield.
Come on and open up your
Ashe,
mic.
Ashe, Lady Dancing
Ashe,
Sign.
gratitude.
Yes.
Ashe, Lady
Yes.
Dancing Sign.
Go, man.
Lady
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
So much. Yes. Night.
Yes, yes, that was
And so
wonderful.
it is.
Ashe.
Gratitude.
Ashe.
Love and light.
Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
I'm in light.
And it is so. It is so. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I'd like to conclude with, it's my desire to conclude with encouraging you to allow the vibrations that have just been circulated forth to penetrate the soil of your mind and your heart, the seeds sown deep, deep, deep roots to bring forth much good fruit of the Spirit in your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your deeds. And with Empress's permission, moving forward, once the treaty is posted, Empress, if I may.
Yes, by all means, we've already discussed.
Okay. The treaty will be posted on the website for your ingesting at your pace, and then for your to come into agreement, into accord, matriarchs, with the words that you have heard from the desk of Her Majesty, Empress Chakra Werebird Nangrit. And if Big Mama would allow, we could possibly have a treaty study for those points of discussion.
Ashe, I totally
and
agree.
clarification. Okay.
Yeah.
Ashe,
Yeah.
I yield.
Yes.
Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. I want to thank you, Lady Dancing Sun, for your second reading of Nahuda. The only thing I really would like to explain is the word, if you would, Nahuda, and that way they're kind of, because I may be a little bit confused about why they don't see Shalagi Cherokee Nation State on there.
Okay.
And so if you would explain that part, and then we will set up a treaty study as soon as possible. Trusting that we'll probably get it done between Monday and Wednesday, possibly Thursday. I'm gonna see about what we can do about integrating that into our metaphysical Bible study. And that's where we will maybe do that at. I'm not sure yet. We'll discuss that at some point tomorrow. And then we'll get that information over to everybody. And with that, I yield.
Okay. Ashe. And for clarification, just a little backstory, and it won't be long because I know we have been long already. Nahuatl is from the ancient Aztecian language, and it refers to good sounds. It refers to good vibrations emanating from your highest state of consciousness. So Nahuatl state is your highest state of consciousness, that as you vibrate outward, and as we study the treaty, you will discover that it speaks from spirit, movement into the manifest presence, returning to the omnipresence of spirit. And the language that is spoken as you open your consciousness into manifestation is good. It's good word and good word only. And that's what Nahuatl state refers to. Ashe, I yield.
Oh, wow. So I thank you, Lady Dancing Sun, for the call to duty today. If you would, everybody, please know that we're already in and we're not turning around in the metaphysical era of the age of Aquarius. The age of the no is no more hidden hands and no more all that is gone on before the age of Aquarius. We are leaving the Piscean age, where Pisces was our hope, I believe, and a wing and a prayer. We're out of that season now. We're in the season of manifest from our God seat. And if you can't manifest from your God seat, you would not be manifesting corruption. You will not be manifesting this, not getting along with people, discord, and other lower nature tendencies that have been ruling in the world. We have moved from the world ways, period. And we are now in the spirit, metaphysical part of this transition at this point. Now, I have asked the sheepdogs and Marlon to join me tonight for a reason. And all their nation, because they're a nation of people. And as everyone is waking up to find out that the Empress is sitting in her sacerdotal seat and that I'm ruling on this planet right now. And my rule is that we come, first of all, which was presented to me by Lady Dancing Sun during my coordination, The Great Law of Peace book. The Great Law of Peace have been ruling from the beginning of time. And that man has come in and disrupted peace, corrupted the feminine energy, and brought the feminine energy down to that nature that's unnatural. Whatever have happened within the Truth Seekers 88 and Mike Penny and all the rest of the people that that split, I'm the common denominator at this point now. And what I'm saying to each of you that were over there together, and at one time there was some unity within your nation, that everybody was on one accord. And your nation, just like our nation and other nations on this planet, must put away all things in the past. It is time now to forgive and be peaceful, and know that if you want peace, you got to give it first. And if you desire to heal, this is the way to be among each other and come back to divine order. And divine order is love. Love, L-Y-do-do. Love. Love will heal, and it covers everything. And so I ask, and I'm requesting that if you have a heart, and the sheepdogs, I need you to cut your cameras on for me, please, so that I can address you as well as Marlon.
They're having issues cutting their camera on.
Okay. My sincere trust and desire in my pure heart of love that the common error that you all have now is me. And that I'm not going anywhere, I'm here. I promised Mike during his transition that I would make sure that I would heal and mend his nation. He left here with full faith and credit that I had accepted him as my son, equally to the rest of my sons. It's on our website. It is displayed permanently there to signify that I am all people's Empress. Because love doesn't have a color. Peace doesn't have a color. It doesn't care how much money you have. It doesn't care how less of a money you have, what kind of car you drive, what kind of house you live in, and what kind of job or work you do. It just is in divine order. Is. It will always reign. It will always rule from this day forward over your nation. Your nation, just like other nations and ours alike, as I sit to cheer for all nations, that it is my desire that you come to the house and be among us as one, and that you let go of the old and let go of the past, because it does no one any service to hold on to something that's gone way before, after the entry out of your mouths, that it is gone now, because the now has passed. This very second is gone, and another one has come, and now that one is gone, and another one has gone, and now another one is here, and another one is gone. So what I'm saying is, that's gone. Because I say so by the book. It's over. It's in the sea of forgetfulness. And that is gone, and it is washed, and it is as white as snow. And so I walk in peace, even among my enemies. They shall not cause me to sin against myself, because my spirit would be the one to suffer. And unforgiveness will tear your spirit to shreds, because it has no place there for it. And if you are willing and have the willingness in you all's heart to come under divine order and sit at the Empress request to sit at my feet and allow me to lead you to a higher learning, a higher realm of being and seeing from your spirit seat, from your God seat. And if you say you got love in your heart and you don't forgive and embrace your brothers and your sisters alike, when wrong has been done, then you see yourself by the grace of God within me. There go me, and there go I. Because it can be you at any time that upon your spiritual condition, if you don't maintain your spirit self, that you will perish and you shall not ever enter into the kingdom of the heavens. Because here there is nothing but peace and love and tranquility. That is why divine order sits in the sacerdotal seat, because only divine order can bring peace. And as the God within myself, among all people, all cultures, that you have a home here and a place here to thrive and to be your true, authentic self in the spirit of love, truth, inner, under, and overstanding of oneself first, and then you can overstand and understand your brothers and your sisters. I have no beef with anyone, not even my sister Androna in her absence. But I will stand in peace and love, and I will continue to have divine order in this house. I will not let a house be divided here because of unforgiveness and no tolerance and patience and love for those who are here. I have made provisions for all who want to come and see themselves and be willing to work on yourself and shake off the world ways, the world residue, and come and place your feet on the earth soil and allow heaven to rain down from divine order, that you will feel the presence of my love and my forgiveness to you, to all people, that when you come here, all is well. Put all things aside and see what greatness is going on around the house. The table is set, and all who are weary and hungry and thirst, that you shall come and break bread with your sisters and your brothers who are here waiting for your arrival. My house is open to all who seek refuge, because the ways of the world is no longer. You now have to be Christ conscious, and that you must walk by divine order and treat your sisters and your brothers and Big Mama with respect. So you come home, come home, come home. And let's do this together, because you have a right to the tree of life. And you have a right to be here at this time, because this is the only place on earth that you're going to be hearing what you're hearing tonight, and forward thinking. So in my conclusion of this state of Nahuda, state of consciousness, the state of love, that you come in peace and give peace, and you shall receive it. We shall always be one. There is no separation by color or any other factors that have been used to keep us from being as one people. And again, I want to allow at this time for all those who choose to be a part of this treaty to recognize, I have to do that, to recognize, take that off, that you are here to work on yourselves and to get rid of your old ways of being disruptive to society. And with that, I want to then take you off the poo-poo list. The poo-poo list is flush down the toilet. And it's celebration time, y'all. It ain't all the old stuff is gone, and all that's still there is no more after tonight. You are free to be you, free to be me, and be in love and walk in love, and let the old be the old, and all is well. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Ashe.
Hey, I say.
Ashe,
Ashe.
Why doodle?
Gratitude. Gratitude.
Ashe, ashe, ashe.
So as I dedicate this to those who do not believe You don't have to believe. You need to know now that you are loved and you are loved.
The fair use disclaimer. We do not own the copyright to the music being played during this live broadcast. Section 107, United States Copyright Laws of 1976.
The night was heavy, but the dawn breaks wide. Dreams been broken, still the soul can't hide. Every step forward leaves the hurt, and hope is what you'll find. Keep the faith moving, don't let it fall. Carry love higher. When the world shakes you, keep marching on. Streets are burning with the cries of pain, but the seeds of change will break the chain. Sing it louder now, we're everywhere. Blind you, let your spirit strong. Keep the faith moving, keep marching on. Oh, the struggle is real, but the light is near. Every heartbeat says the truth is clear. Together we rise, together we stand. Faith is a river flowing through this land. Children laughing on the corner street, steps of freedom in the rhythm and beat. Tomorrow's calling, can you hear it say? Keep the faith moving, don't lose the way. Keep the faith moving, don't let it die. Hold the flame steady, lift it to the sky. Through the storm's fury, through the night so long. Keep the faith moving, keep marching on. Yes, keep the faith moving, keep marching on.
this time, Marlon and the sheepdogs, and all that are part of the truth seekers and the sheepdogs, I want you to make a treaty with me that you all will put down your differences and the past and come together as one in the house, because I'm offering to clean you up. I'm offering a place of peace that we all can be together and sit together, because we all need each other, and I need all of you all. But I need all of you all to be whole in your walk with me, in your forgiveness, and your heart is not heavy from unforgiveness. That you will let the past be the past and come over here and celebrate with me the changes that are going on all over the world, because I'm sitting in my sacerdotal seat. And the spirit is moving, because I'm making sure that the spirit of man and women and children are transcendent beyond the world and placing their little feet, the little earth keepers, because we're securing 7 generations of children. And that includes your children, children's. And that dream that Martin Luther King was talking about ain't no dream no more. It's a reality. Ain't no more I have a dream. I'm making it a reality here. So can we all agree to come as one and forgive, and that we all can come in and get cleaned up and changed? Get your clothes changed, get your room assignment, because y'all gonna be riding in the station wagon with Big Mama. Put them glasses on, Marlon. Sheepdog, where your glasses at? Put your shades on. I know you got some somewhere. Grab them. Go on and get them shades. And everybody else, get your shades. I got left mine up there, but I don't need mine. Y'all know I'm in the thing. Where your shades at, everybody? Put them on.
I knew you was gonna make me do this.
I know that's right. Put them on. Put them shades on. Because we got an animated cartoon coming out, and Kenya, I'm gonna call you after tonight, after this show. I didn't get a chance to call. We got animated. We're gonna add y'all in the car with us. And Marley, you're gonna be in the front seat with the rest of us with your shades on and your gangster lean. And Miss Sheepdog, where your shades at? All put them on.
Where your shades at?
And while you getting them shades, everybody else get y'all's too. And Big Mama go get hers. And while I'm going to get mine, I'm gonna play a song so that when we come back, we all gonna all be one big happy family. So just give me a minute and let me go get my shades.
There you go.
And Bridget, somebody play something for them until I go get my shades. Bridget, or either Christina or my son, life was fair, I should not be sitting in this chair. But mercy had found me worthy to partake of it. And it's carried me for the last 30-something years that I turned my life over to my higher self. And I chose to live a higher life. And I choose to live that every day consciously. And when I'm not perfect at doing whatever it is that I'm doing, I make sure to clean it up and ask for forgiveness. If there is any to be done, that I examine myself and tell myself the truth. If I've messed up, to clean it up. And so I'm asking you all right now, are you willing to let the past be the past? Sheepdogs, come on. Okay, so you see Marlon, he had his hand up. Are you going to hold yours up to him? You going to honor him? That is. All you that are part of this team, hold your hands up too. That everybody's going to agree tonight to be on one accord. That we only going to be spiritual in our walk, and that we're going to live with forgiveness so that we can be free to create a better place for everybody for it. We all agree. All right. Are you?
You see us? Can you believe her?
Yes, I can.
Ashe.
There's a train of mercy near. It moves by faith, not fear. No tickets, no go, no lines. Just a heart that's real inside. No guards, no names to call. Just a hand mercy. No ticket, just your life. Faith don't ask for a reason. It just moves through the night. People rush but don't arrive. Screens can't teach your soul to thrive. Pray with arms, forget to feel. But grace still drives the wheel. Your neighbor's pain, your stranger's plea. They're the map that sets you free. If you're lost, that's where it starts. The train begins in broken hearts. City trumpet cries like dawn. Flute forgives what we've done wrong. Rose arms low, the choir sways. Salvation hums in modern ways. Oh, get ready for the train of mercy. They don't care what flag you wear. Every color, every burden finds a seat somewhere. Get ready for the train of mercy. It leaves when hearts align. Love's the only station. No schedule, just divine. Don't pack your fear, don't bring your pride. Be the weight, just step inside. The world still spins, but truth don't hide. Get ready to ride.
You've done so well. God bless Empress.
I say now, wasn't that a great way to start out on a train of mercy? See, Big Mama know how to do it. I know how to keep the peace. I know how to bring it back together. I know how to keep the house together. I know how when the chillings chaps are fussing among one another, how to come and straighten up your pants. And if I have to spank you a little bit to get your attention, I'll do that too, but I'll do it in love. So all I'm saying tonight is peace in the house. The station wagon is ready. The train is waiting for us. And when we are bored, you got to just leave it all behind and find your seat and get ready for the ride. I want to acknowledge my children. Again, I forgot to get them first, but in light of what needed to be done tonight, it was in divine order the way things are. So I want to acknowledge our children. I want to love on them and let them know that this is what Big Mama is about. She's about peace. She's about 7 generations under one nation. Everybody grooving together, doing the gangster lean in the big station wagon with 5 rows, with Marlon driving, holding his goatee and leaning. and doing what he doing with the sheepdogs sitting beside her. And Big Mama sitting somewhere in her row by herself and all her children's in the back. And until I tell you to turn off, you better not get off that highway. Cause I will get you, cause Big Mama got her oldest, which is Lady Dancing Son, and she ain't playing. Okay? So y'all just get ready. The house is in order, it's quiet, everything is nice, everybody clean and fed. Spiritually, that is. So let's get ready, y'all.
Peace in the house.
Peace in the house.
Ashe.
So the sheepdogs, you have anything to say to your people? And Marlon, you will be followed by them. I yield. Let me put this on George. Miss Sheepdog, go ahead. Say. Marlon.
Empress, I appreciate you inviting me here tonight, and I want to wish everybody well, and I appreciate the opportunity. Look forward to doing anything and everything I can do to accommodate anybody at any time. Love and light.
Love and light. And anybody that's part of the Truth Seekers or the Sheepdogs, you are free to raise your hand and have say your piece and say your piece. And so you just need to raise your hand. If you can't raise your hand, just let us know that something is wrong if you're raising up your hand, and the moderators will make sure to acknowledge you. This is your opportunity now to display your new frame of thinking and your forgiveness and mercy. If you want mercy, you got to give it. You want peace, you got to give it. You want love, you got to give it. First.
Change, see.
Emperor.
Just be the change that you want to see. From the heart chakra, be the change that you want to see.
And all we do is have to walk away from the norm or what you think is normal. You got a new normal now. So anyone from that platform or from that podcast, you are free to unmute yourselves and say your piece too. Because after the night, you can't even utter it because it's gone. This is the time to dump it and leave it.
Love and light, family.
Love and light.
Love and light.
I want to say it's really nice to see everybody come together. Truly, what should I say? I've never really been so part of Truth Seekers or the Royal Room. I did come in for a few moments or months to help out with the trust work. And I just want to say that what had happened like really made me not want to be a part of any group again.
Where are you? First of all, I want to find out where you are because I don't see you anywhere.
I'm down below. It's Yvonne. Hi, Mama.
Oh, okay, sweetheart. Go ahead.
So, that being said, it's really nice. Thank you for having everybody come together in love and light. And you are correct. If we want to have forgiveness, we have to give it. And I would like to ask for forgiveness, any part that I partook in any miscommunication, and express my apologies for doing so. And I wish everyone love and light on this journey because it's already rough as it is, right? Like
yeah. But it don't have to be rough no more, Yvonne, because it's a new day, it's a new way, because it's a new house. You in the house of love, you in the Empress house, and you're at home now. And so you need to recognize that it is a new house and a new day.
Gratitude and thank you so much. I'm feeling it, and I also want to give it out. So thank you from all my heart. And I do want everyone to live in beauty and joy and live their 100. And you're right, we can't walk divided. We have to walk together. And some people are always gonna have like, oh, I don't agree with you or you don't agree with me, but it doesn't have to turn into knives and daggers and viciousness anymore. And I appreciate the love that you shared this evening. Thank you so much. Ashe.
Ashe. That's right. You don't have to do that anymore. That's the old way. I'm a diplomat. Diplomacy is what I practice to the highest realm. Anyone else from that group?
Sister Cheryl?
Yes, I just wanted to say thank you, Empress, that the healing and wholeness that we all feel, the bringing us together, there's many of us that came from Mike Penny when he was on the Truth Seekers 88, and then as it transformed and then now we have two different ones. It was heartbreaking when Mike passed because he was such a gifted person of maybe shedding light on what was happening in the world. And for those of us that don't watch the news, he made a difference for us in that respect because we loved what he was bringing all of us together in. And for me, the sheepdogs, Marlon, and all of the admin teams for both of those groups have been marvelous. And for y'all to come together tonight tells me that Mike is conducting things up there and that he is so grateful to Empress because he said, stick with Empress. And both of you separately have done that. And tonight you have come together in love and unity and reconciliation. And I just want to say thank you. That's what all our hearts have wanted for every one of us. He directed us to Empress. So we thank you. Thank you, Empress, for what you have done here, what you have brought us all together here tonight. And we are just happy hearts. Happy hearts, happy hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ashe.
And the thing about it is that it was his desire for me to make sure to bring it together. And I'm grateful that I fulfilled my obligation. That was his last wish. So thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Pauline?
I may not be able to get through it.
Take your time.
Many know me as Kaz. I feel like I sat in the middle. I worked to be diplomatic on both sides, to not take a side, to share honestly my heart, to listen to people that had things to say to the negative about other people, and I did not bite it. I worked to maintain diplomacy because I learned that from you, Empress, and taking the classes. And that's not to say that I was perfect in it, because I see that each and every person, and I'm watching a chat now, everybody listening has either made a mistake or done something wrong or been angry or wronged someone else. And this journey is meant to be responsible for self, to be able to say I screwed up and I'm broken and I want to work on me and I want to live in my higher space and I want to love and be in peace. This journey is not about quipping at each other any longer, in my opinion and what I have learned here. So I dismissed the chat that's going on in another live right now relating to this, and I declare my own peace. But I am so grateful because Mike said that love was the biggest thing, and it wasn't always easy to love other people, but love is still what we're called to do. And he was discouraged, and he would show his true heart, and he would apologize and come back because he knew what that meant. He was able to do that, and he was able to honor everybody and agree to disagree at some level. He taught us all something very deeply, and he was probably not a perfect person either. But I appreciate this so much for him. I feel like he would love this so much. And since he did ask of this, this is amazing. And this is calling back the Truth Seekers tribe, or those that want to follow Mike, the Mike Penny tribe, the chief. This is beautiful and I appreciate it. And I ask everyone to sit quietly in themselves, in their own spirit, and check the plank in your own eye before you look at somebody else and say that somebody else isn't doing it right now. Because we each have to be responsible for our own planks and our own journey. Gratitude, Empress, love and light, Mr. and Mrs. Sheepdog and Marlin. I know this may not be easy right now, and there may be some reflection that needs to take place, but I ask you to continue to dig deep and to take this walk with the rest of us, because it's been an amazing journey. Love and light.
Love and light.
Carlos, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on and saying what you said. Yes, ma'am.
And if y'all didn't notice, within that Nehuda state treaty, Mike's name was in there. Said Michael. There's a part in there with his name, Michael. And that was before I even knew him. Gratitude. Anyone else?
Scorpio Empress.
Love and light, family. And I've been fighting back tears. So, but Mama, I just have to say that it is an honor. And I don't know if anybody else felt the shift, but I did. and it was a huge wave, and it's got me really emotional, not in a bad way, but a great way. Like, you broke through another barrier tonight.
Yes, ma'am, that was the intent.
And things as far as the division with all of us have gotten that much closer to being mended as of tonight. Like, I can't even put it into words because I am just flooded. I mean, every chakra right now is just doing its own thing right now. And I've been fighting back tears since the treaty, you know. And I want to commend Sheepdog and Marlon for coming together, because that there is a step in the right direction for all of us, not just some of us, all of us, you know. But Mom, I just want to say thank you and keep doing your big one, because I'm on the wagon and I'm ready to go. I say I yield.
Oh, you're so beautiful. Thank you for you. And I honor the God in you. Divine order is sitting in her seat. It requires order, divine order, not just any kind of order. Me sitting in his seat requires demand order, divine order. That's what sitting in his seat is. It ain't a iron roof fist over you, although I will spank you. But in love, and it's all right. I know I made provisions for your imperfections. When you come here, I knew that people were not, they were broken. I knew people were broken when they come here, and they needed an opportunity to mend themselves and to clean up themselves. And this is what I'm offering. The one thing I have done that I have made good of, those who applied themselves and came here and worked on themselves as I instructed, I promise you I will give you back you. And I have done just that, and I have not lied. And that's the work at hand for me. I'm not here to try to get rich, because I'm already rich. I'm wealthy beyond the sky. And all that I have, I gave back to you all. I gave it to the people. I could have done anything I wanted to do, but guess what? I did right by the people. And I'm probably the first in your lifetime that have done right by you. And I never asked for anything that I have not done already for myself. First. I'm not going to ask you to do nothing about yourself unless I know I've done something about myself first, and I have. So now I can help you do something about yourself. Because I ain't always been this way. But I walked right into my destiny by being open enough to get rid of the baggage, forgive others who have trespassed. And I think tonight would be a great closing of our Lord's, as they say, landlord's meditation. Okay? So we're gonna finish up with anybody else while I pull that up. And as we close, please do not forget to donate, because we at the last hours before we arrive where we need to be. And I don't want to run out of gas before I get there. Anyone else besides this group that wants to share how you feel about what's going on would be your time to do so at this moment while I pull up our meditation of the Lord's Prayer meditation. Lord's Prayer, as they say. I'm getting ready to do that now. There it is. Up in the PowerPoint. Don't everybody saying everything at one time.
We have Mama Gilda.
Love and light. Love and light. L-Y-do-do to everyone. Can I be heard, Empress?
Of course you can.
Thank you. And to my emperor, your emperor, our emperor. I just feel real giddy. Everything has been set in divine order, as you say, Mama. And I feel the spirit of togetherness and unity. I also feel ascension to another realm, as was said before. It's just feeling good in here, Mama. It feels real good. It feel like everybody that comes adds something else to our aspect of being divine, and getting into that God seat. That was the key for me. So many months ago, getting in that God, but staying, as Brother Rod said last night, how to maintain your position. That takes strength, as was exhibited by you 2 weeks ago. It takes strength to accomplish, and to create. And I yield.
Thank you, Mother Gilda. You know it means to provision, the birth, power, and fulfillment as all is gathered and made whole again. And as you have seen this cosmic way, and understand the fact that we all are here for a divine purpose, and that you recognize that we are here to do a work within ourselves and with others. So stay in your God seats. And I trust that the women understand that the O in the Nahuatl state of consciousness, the O represents your womb. You're the operators of the earth. You bring in the star seeds. So the state of Nahuatl is geared to get you in your seats, in your offices. Those offices are to be fulfilled among you personally, and that it then radiate on the outside where we all come as a collective group of women, and we will sign the treaty, and you will take your offices so that we will be in the state of Nahuatl, togetherness, whole as one, chilling with the gangster lean in the wagon. And so with that, I want to say to all of you all, I bid you much love and happiness. And if my emperor doesn't have anything to say, if you do, here would be the time to do it. And Christina, get our closing song together. You know which one I want, Love in Stereo. And we're gonna go out with Love in Stereo tonight, y'all. And you should have a better rest tonight because you've been in the presence of love. L-Y doo-doo. My emperor, please.
El Haku El Nor. True light is the Empress. She is the true light. She is the light that you see in the darkness. Idaja Nasrullahi wa ra'aytat. Wa ra'ayta an-nas yadkhuluna fi dinillahi afwaja. Fasabbih bihamdi rabbika wa astaghfiruhu innahu kana tawwaba. She is the aider that all been looking for. The greatest story ever told was that Jesus came and died on the cross. That was the biggest lie that they ever told. Her story is Isis. Before the 1500s, there were no J's in the alphabet, so it could have never been Jesus. The original name for Jesus is Isa. Isa is a female name, and it's Isis. So all the people that's been waiting for 2,000 years for Jesus, you now have spotted Isis, who returned back from 26,000 years to put the light back in the earth, to bring back in the golden age that we are in now. We are in the sun cycle. The sun cycle is when the earth gets closer to the sun and it's get very hot. So any parasite that don't belong on the earth will be removed. You will be eliminated. The love frequency of the earth is 432. 432. If you're not in the frequency of love, you will all perish. So El Gaforu, forgive, is the topic of the night. Be the forgiver of those who trespassed against you. You may not forget, but forgive and operate from your heart chakra with Eloah Dudu, the true love, the only gift. Your heart has to be lighter than a feather. So I sit beside the vibration that made me complete as a person, as a being. Most problems that you do have is that you need to work on whatever happened to you in your childhood. There were things that happened to you in your childhood that you never released yet. And a lot of people walking around bitter because of it. But if you come into the 12 steps of sovereignty in the class that she do teach, and it's a way of life, you'll be able to release that energy and move to the very next person that you're supposed to be. See, if you can't release that, you can't come into your newfound person until you get past that. Release it. Stop being the victim and be the change that you want to see. Ashe.
All right, get them glass shades back on, and let's go ahead and get in the station wagon, y'all, and let's go get some ice cream.
Ashe.
Christina,
Peace, love, and Huda.
let's roll, girl.
I say.
Love and stereo.
Gratitude. Love is
Emperor.
stereo.
I say.
Gratitude.
No, I do this.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Love and light, family.
Left to right, heart to heart, can you feel it?
Come on, can you feel it?
Love in stereo, every note is falling soft like rain. Your touch repeats, I hear it call my name. Echoed in the rhythm, carried on the flow. Every heartbeat sings in stereo. Close your eyes, let the sound surround. Every whisper lifting off the ground. In every channel, your spirit grows. I'm alive where the music goes. Love in stereo, it's playing everywhere. Around my soul, floating through the air. Love in stereo, ooh, it never fades away. Forever two voices, one song to stay. Colors shining, moving side to side. Like a record spinning deep inside. Your harmony is all I'll ever know. Wrap forever in this stereo. Highs and lows, the melodies divine. Your soul's the treble, your heart's the bass line. Together we're the song the heavens chose. Eternal in the way the music flows. Love in stereo, ooh, it's playing everywhere. Around my soul, floating through the air. Love in stereo, ooh, it never fades away. Forever two voices, one song to stay. in stereo. Stereo. Here and now. Left and right. Night and day. Love in stereo. Forever we'll play.
Okay, Mother Peacock is supposed to make some announcements. So Mother Peacock, are you here? Mother Wright?
Mother Wright, I don't believe is on. She had said when she got off the line earlier to do her cabbage, the pepper overwhelmed her, so she had a sneezing attack. So right now she's not on the line. She do send her love and her apologies at this moment in time. I'm not for sure what she was going to announce, but I'm sure we'll be coming soon.
Look, my mind is blank. Her and I did talk about what it
Yeah.
is that we was supposed to say, but my mind, as Jimmy, do you remember? Because I'm just not in that frame of mind. Because I knew that she was going to be the one, so I didn't really, record it in my psyche. But Jimmy, do you recall what that might have been? Is Jimmy here?
Jimmy's not on tonight.
All right. Well, I guess we will table it. I do know it had to do with our schedule. That's what it was. It was about our schedule change. And it will reflect it on the website if it hadn't already been. Christine, when you made the announcements, there was the adjustments on the announcements tonight, or are you still working on that?
We're still working on that update, Mama.
Okay, well, let me just attentively let people know. As best as I can remember, Naila was supposed to be contacted